Guys, I just found a new opportunity for you, and this is something I'm actually excited to try. It makes people a ton of money, and I'm gonna show you how it works. And it's probably the easiest way to make break even money in marketing, not lose anything on the ads and actually make profit. I'm sure this could be scaled to 5 figures, 6 figures if you do it right. And let's dive right in. So, what I'm talking about here is essentially event marketing, and the way it works is you have to find some kind of event that is preferably a local event. It should be like either entertainment or some kind of business event or some kind of educational event. It should be somewhat high ticket because you want the margin to be decent. You want to make more money per seat, per table, and stuff like that. Usually these events, those performance, live like shows where somebody is like the perfect example of it is would be like a comedian show, right? So the ticket is somewhat not cheap. It could be $100, could be a little bit more, depending on the person making the jokes and stuff. If they're like really famous, I'm sure it can go up really high. But this has to be in demand, right? This has to be one of those events where if people just know it's happening, they'll just naturally come. And so the marketing for those events is just super, super simple. But for some reason, a lot of these events, they don't book out tables. And I actually visited one of these events. It was a I'm not gonna say anything here for the YouTube, but it's a horse race, and you know who hosts those. Essentially, it was a big party where they got in a lot of people, and they basically had a lot of fun, and they had to pick a horse and put some money down. And I did some research on events like this. Turns out that a premium table could be worth, a couple $100, could be worth $1,000 with the food, drinks, entertainment, and of course some of the stuff we won't talk about for the YouTube algorithm. Uh, this this makes money, right? So this is profitable business, and they they make a lot of money on these events. Like they know how to extract money from people, especially if it's a one of those events where it's like you buy the ticket and then you buy something else inside the event, and then you like upgrade, and then you buy something else, and you buy some champagne, and you buy like all the food and some maybe some photos. I know they just know how to do business, right? But what I've noticed is at this event they haven't booked out all of the spots. They had tables empty there. What that means is basically for the business they lose some money. Like I'm sure the way business works is if you haven't made some money from the space, you basically lost that money, right? You didn't do very good job on booking tables, and it's basically missed revenue. That's my point here. So if you find like a local event that people actually want to visit, it's a good offer, they want to attend, they're excited about it, and especially if you can make the customer come back over and over, you can make quite some money. And this is such an unused strategy. Like I rarely see people do this kind of marketing. Usually the marketing that I see is complete, like the copy is so bad, the ads are so bad for these events. And if you just make it good, I'm pretty sure like this is one of those niches where marketers just don't hang out for some reason. They just haven't gotten it into it yet, and mostly it's because they haven't built those business relationships with those event hosting companies, because most marketers don't want to talk to anybody. They just want to sign up through the affiliate network and start running ads. But unfortunately, you have to go out there and actually get your offer, your exclusive offer that nobody else runs. And if you can secure that, if you can do it, you can make so much money. Like, imagine running an event. Imagine doing marketing for an event that happens, let's say, 10 times a year. So, like, basically every month. And let's just say you make a couple grand each time booking tables. Like, each table is, the tables I'm talking about were about $400. And I'm sure that's pretty profitable because, well, all you have to do is just get people to sit at the fancy, like, one of those little cabins, like, one of those things. And so basically you can find events that aren't getting booked out, and essentially build a relationship with the people running it, and say, look, we know that your event is, in high demand and people want to attend, but we've noticed that you aren't booking all the tables. How about we help you book the rest of the tables? So, for example, they can have, half the people come just because of word of mouth, just because of like some Instagram promotions that they did, or like maybe some advertisement that they did on their own. And then the rest of the tables they couldn't book on their own because, quite frankly, they aren't professional, like PPC experts or SEO or whatever. Normally they suck at marketing. Uh, hope nobody gets offended by that. But point is, if you find one of those events and you essentially convince them that you can book the rest of those tables that otherwise just sit there empty, with nobody using them, nobody sitting there, it is a really good offer for this hosting company, because their best interest is to book out an event completely and have all the tables busy, because obviously that makes them the most money. And if they have empty tables, it's not fun for the people attending the event, because you have half empty space there. You can't really even have that much fun because you don't have people around you to like talk, and it's just one of those events where you need people to come for an event to be a success, right? All right, guys, I hope this all makes sense. If you have questions, just let me know in the comments. I wanted to try this for a long time, but Facebook has been really strict on any kind of advertisement lately, and I've been working on that, so I'll give you guys an update once I have some news. But if you are somebody interested in this kind of performance-based local marketing, I haven't really came across this term ever. I think it's such an unutilized opportunity, and honestly, I think the potential here is huge. You can make probably 5x or y here without even doing that much, because you can see these events are just naturally attended. They want the people want the locals want to attend it. They are excited. They're waiting for that day. It's an exclusive. It doesn't happen every day. It's one of those events where you get to have a lot of fun. And if it's a summer, if it's a maybe a winter event, they do different ones depending on the season. So it's time focused, and it's basically such a good offer, because you can do discounts, you can do promo codes, and you can offer secure your premium spot here only on this site, blah blah blah. I mean, for those who actually run some marketing, you guys understand how big this is and how far you can go. I hope this all makes sense, and see you guys. Peace. Bye.